Hey guys, what's up? It's Deprimido. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here in FL Studio and I'm just going to be running through some of my favorite free drum kits. I'm going to give you my top 3 free drum kits. So starting off, we've got this Kyle Beats Andromeda kit, and this one is one of the it's probably the first drum kit I ever downloaded, if I remember correctly. And that's probably good because it's just a super simple, clean, basic drum kit. It's got a lot of trap sounds that everybody should probably have. So I'm just going to be running through some of the samples, not all of them because that would take too long, but getting started here with the 808s. They're nice and punchy. This is probably my favorite 808, or this one. But they're all pretty good. I wish they were a little bit more diverse, and that's something that goes through the entire kit. It's not a super diverse kit, but that's okay. It's still in the top 3, which is pretty good. Next, getting into the claps. This is just a super classic clap. Everybody's got this clap, and it just sounds good in pretty much everything. You can use it in any beat, and yeah, it's just really good to have. And it's the first one. The other ones are fine. Not as good as this one though. This one's just the classic. Then with the closed hats, same thing with the hi-hats. Classic hi-hat. Got some other good ones as well. It does come with some drum loops as well as some melody loops, but I'm not going to really be talking about those today. Then with the kicks, it's the same thing with the kicks. The first kick, it's just a classic kick. You know, it hits hard, it's punchy, but it's pretty short. It's not my favorite kick in the world, but it's definitely a good kick to have. I also really like kick number 4. Super punchy. Then the open hats, all the open hats are good. I really like the open hats. This is probably one of my favorite parts of this drum kit. They're just all classics. They've got a nice texture, and they're nice to have. Same thing with the rims. The rims is probably my favorite part of this drum kit. It's got a lot of rims, and almost all of them are pretty good. And the snares kind of fit right hand in hand with the rims. So yeah, and then one of the reasons that this is probably the biggest reason that this is in my top 3 drum kits is because it's perfect for beginners, and that's because it's got these 2 sound effects right here that are in so many trap songs, and it's just really good to have both of them. And that's the Kill Bill siren and the Nextel chirp. You've probably heard that in a lot of trap songs. And same with that, it's in so many different songs. And then it's got these crickets and this zipper sound effect, but those are less important. And it's also got a bunch of Vox samples. None of them are fantastic, but some of them are kind of cool just for a little bit of texture in some of your beats. So that's the Andromeda kit. Those are kind of the highlights, and that's why I like it. It's just super classic, super simple, and it's a great beginner drum kit because it's got so many different classic sounds. Next, my second favorite free drum kit is this Producer Grind Life of Pierre kit. This one, you could pretty much get this and be set for life pretty much. It's got a lot of sounds, and there's not any bad sounds in here. So starting off with the 808s, it's got some great sounds. That's one of my go-to 808s. Same with that. That's a nice one too. It's also got some longer ones. So, pretty cool. And then this one's cool. One thing that's pretty cool about this is it's got this Magnolia 808, which I'm pretty sure is the same 808 that was used in Magnolia by Playboi Carti, which was produced by Pierre. So that's cool. And then we've got some claps. It's only got one clap, and it's similar to that Kyle Beats clap. It's just a classic. It's actually almost an identical clap to that. It's just got a little bit more saturation and a little bit more high end. So that's pretty much my go-to claps are either this one or the Kyle Beats one. I use those all the time. It's got just one classic hi-hat. It's got some nice kicks. All of them are super punchy, a little bit clipped, which is cool. So just great kicks. It's got a few pretty interesting perk sounds, almost more like sound effects, some of them, but here we go. I made a Ski Mask the Slump God type beat a while back, and this was actually the sound that I used as my main melody, which is kind of interesting. Then it's got some cool rims. It's also got this classic trap hi-hat, or I'm sorry, not hi-hat, cowbell. And then it's just got some classic rims, which is cool. It's got this riser. It's almost like a tape start sound effect. It's not my favorite riser ever. I don't think I've ever used it really, but it's not bad. Also, not too crazy about these snares. They're fine, but they're not great. It does have this young nudie triangle, which is pretty cool. It's used in a lot of beats, and then it's got a bunch of vocals. So yeah, just good for some texture and stuff. But yeah, this is also a pretty classic kit. All three of these kits are classics. It's just great to have a lot of these sounds. And then it's also got these gun sound effects, which is cool. That's one of my go-tos. And so is that. I use them both a lot in drill music and stuff, so it's great to have those, because it's surprisingly hard to find gun sound effects in my experience. So it's nice to have just a couple really good ones. And then my favorite kit that I've ever used so far is this Nate the Producer Beats Legacy kit, and this is just absolutely fantastic kit. It's got most of my go-to sounds. You know, it's got my go-to 808 is right here. I use that all the time. It's also got this pretty cool sub bass. I've used that a couple times. And it's got some more 808s. Are pretty interesting. I'm not super crazy about the claps. They're not bad, but I'm not crazy about them. Same with the hi-hats. I actually use this hi-hat a lot for drill music because it's a little bit looser. Same with this one. I use both of these a lot for drill, just because you want for drill music a little bit looser hi-hats. So those are probably my favorite hi-hats. This one's also really good. Favorite hi-hats out of that kit. It's got some drums, but I'm not going to go through those, but it's just got this kind of a perk. And then it's got my favorite kick of all time as well, which is this balance kick. It's really nice and clean. It's not clipped at all, which I like, and it just punches through the mix really well, and I use it all the time, and it works really well with this 808 as well. So it's got some open hats. These two are really cool. Those are just classics. They sound pretty similar, but if you really listen, there's kind of some nuanced difference. But this one's also cool. And then it's got a pretty nice rim. Pretty classic. I wish there was a little bit less reverb on it, but it's nice to have. It's got some of my favorite snares as well. So pretty cool. And it's got this shaker. And then one part that's really cool about it is it has these snaps, which is great because it makes this kit just a lot more versatile. I mean, I've used this kit for drill, R&B, trap, obviously. You know, it's a great kit, but it's got some great snaps, which are great for R&B, you know, and slower songs. So yeah, so that has been my top 3 free drum kits. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please give it a like and subscribe. Make sure to go over and follow me on Instagram at Deprimido Beats. I post most of my beats there. And yeah, so go show some support over there. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you want to see next, what you think of these drum kits, and what your favorite drum kits are. And I'll talk to you all in the next video.